All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So you guys, this channel is called Live Narc Free, where it is all about getting free and staying free after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So you guys, I have a quick topic that I wanted to chime in with you guys today about. Hopefully, this is something you might be dealing with this, or you know someone dealing with this, or maybe you've dealt with this in the past. And I wanted to talk a little bit about empaths. Like, if you're an empath, maybe you're dealing with a narcissist and maybe you're struggling maybe to let go of the narc, or maybe you're struggling to set boundaries, or maybe you're blaming yourself for the situation with you and the narcissist. I wanted to make this video, for those that are empaths and that could be dealing with narcissists and some of the things that you might be doing right now. And if any of these things that I mentioned you are doing, then we're just going to chat a little bit about how to overcome it and, moving forward. So hopefully this can help somebody that's an empath. I know me myself, I definitely am an empath for sure. And that stuff like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. All right, so the first thing that you might do if you're an empath. Oh, and by the way, before I do get into it, I wanted to let you guys know that I got this inspiration from Instagram. So just a heads up. But anyway, so if you're an empath and you could be dealing with a narc, so what you might be doing right now is you could be rationalizing the narcissist behavior, whether this is your mother, your dad, a family, a friend, a partner, a sibling, a friend, and stuff like that, or even a boss. So you may be rationalizing their behavior in order to keep the relationship going, or in order to keep contact, or to keep the peace. So you just want to kind of keep that in mind and understand that you might be rationalizing the narcissist behavior, and also understand that you do deserve better, right? The other thing is that if you are an empath and dealing with a narc, you might be trying to heal the narcissist's wounds, or just heal the narcissist in general. Like, you could be the type of person where you always try to fix people, or you always try to heal others, which some people are natural healers. Or you could be like in a caretaking situation, or you could be very caring person, and you have a good heart, you're probably genuine, and you may feel like you can fix the narc, or you can get the narc to see the error in our ways, or you can get the narcissist to change in some way. But you just have to remember is that you can't change the narc, and you can't heal the narc, because they don't want to be healed. So um, the other thing is, what you might do if you're an empath is that you might give the narcissist multiple chances. Now, me myself, I do believe in second chances. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is free from making mistakes. But if it's a narcissist, we all know that narcissists don't change. Narcissists don't have empathy. Narcissists have fake love, and they don't take accountability for their actions. They don't give you closure, nor do they apologize. So when it comes to giving multiple chances to the narcissist, it's like you're setting yourself up for a future disappointment, future faking, future heartache, and future disappointment. I don't know. Yeah, I said that. But you're setting yourself up to fail, basically, when you're giving the narcissist multiple chances. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind. The next thing is, if you're an empath dealing with a narc, you might feel guilty for setting boundaries. And, I could say that I agree with that, because that was me for sure. Even like, setting boundaries with my aunt, and also setting boundaries with the male narc, as well as the borderline, back in 2014, 2015, 2016, and stuff like that. And so you just want to understand that, you do have the right to set boundaries, and try not to feel guilty. But I know, like, when it comes to parents and stuff, or in-laws, you're definitely going to feel guilty, because you're going to feel a sense of like fear, obligation, and the narc parent or in-law may try to put a lot of pressure on you, or your spouse, to choose between the relationship that they have with you versus the relationship that they have with their parent, and stuff like that. So you really got to be strong from within, and you really got to know your worth, and you got to know what you're dealing with, right? All right, and so the other thing is, if you're an empath, if you're dealing with a narcissist, is that sorry guys, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to get this right. Hold up. Okay, yeah, there we go. Hold on. I'm in a different location, you guys, so I'm trying to get this right. Okay, there we go. So, you might blame yourself for the relationship with you and the narcissist, or maybe you might be blaming yourself for the mistreatment or the misbehavior, or the abuse, or the ending of the relationship or the lack thereof, or the dissipation of the relationship, or the aftermath of the discard or the devaluation stage. But understand, you guys, it's not your fault. You're only responsible for yourself. And once you do take responsibility for your own actions, then you can move forward and do what's best for you accordingly. And again, narcissists don't take responsibility for anything. Everything is blamed on you. And when that does happen, you being an empath, since because the things with the empath is that we feel the feelings of others as if it's our own. And sometimes we could absorb other people's energies and feelings, and we even feel people's problems or their challenges and concerns as if it's our own. So that's something that us empaths and HSPs and star seeds and introverted or extroverted people have to work through to make sure that we can determine the difference between our own feelings and other people's feelings, or our own concerns and challenges versus others. So you just want to be mindful of that. All right, and I kind of did go over like how to overcome it, but just to kind of sum it up, basically, to overcome everything that I just mentioned is, again, you just want to stay rooted in the truth of who you're dealing with when it comes to dealing with a narcissist, especially if you're an empath. Because if you're an empathic person, you might like to give people the benefit of the doubt too much, and you may just some might be too nice. Or you might be too kind at times, and people do take advantage of that, so you just want to be careful on that. But just stay rooted in the reality of the situation and understanding that the narcissist does not change, right? So the other thing is, again, I kind of said it, just recognizing that we are not responsible for healing others. We're not. We're only responsible for healing ourselves. That's why I always say the self-love, the self-introspection, the self compassion, the self protection. Like, we have to do that for ourselves. And then if we do get in a position where, we do help others, we only want to help those that want to help themselves, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, but the narcissists, they're not going to ask you for the help because, again, they don't feel like that there's anything wrong. So you just want to keep that in mind. All right, and then the other thing is, to help overcome, if you're an empath dealing with a narc, is you want to stop giving people multiple chances, especially a narc. Like I said, I do believe in giving second chances or whatever the case is. If the person has shown that, genuine care and concern and remorse for whatever happened, I get that. And there are certain circumstances and situations where that applies to. But when it comes to the narcissist, I know that us empaths, we do give the narcissist multiple chances, but only for it to backfire, only for it to disappoint us, and for the narc to let us down, and for them to give us heartbreak. So you just want to make sure that you're just learning from the mistakes and just kind of taking heed to the red flags, right? All right. So the other thing is that you want to realize that you have the right to have boundaries. Because I know that a lot of us who could have narcissistic parents or in-laws have kind of taught us, like, you shouldn't be independent, you shouldn't um, have your own identity, or you shouldn't think for yourself. They teach enmeshment, which is basically like, you know the family is, it's like what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. There's no separation, there's no privacy. Everybody's is always in someone else's business, over a lot of oversharing, and a lot of emotional baggage and exhaustion is projected onto each other. And it's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. And it happens a lot, in certain dysfunctional household dynamics. So, and it's definitely a violation. It's a boundary violation for sure. If you like this video, make sure that you watch that video. I'm gonna link that below. And also, the importance of setting boundaries with your narcissistic parents, I'm gonna link that below too. But yeah, like some parents, like an example of enmeshment, it could be like where a mother and her son have a relationship where the mother uses the son as like a second spouse, or the mother sees the son as like a second boyfriend. That's kind of like an enmeshment, and the dad can do that to the daughter as well. So you have that sort of enmeshment dynamic going on, where that shouldn't be going on. Especially what would happen is, like, let's say it's a narc mother, she will talk down onto the son at a very, I mean, well, not necessarily on the son, but talking down on the father to the son at a very young age. And it's kind of like releasing all of her emotional problems onto her younger son. And that's kind of like she's enmeshing herself with her son. Or it's like, as the son or daughter grows up and wants to have their own life and live and do what they want, that narc parent restricts them and makes them codependent, in a sense, to control that adult child from, going out and living their life, because, that narc parent is so enmeshed, or it's like that narc parent always wants to know what's going on in that adult child's life, so that way the narc can always find a way to sabotage it or find a way to manipulate it. So that's kind of like the enmeshment dynamic. And some people have to heal from that, but, and maybe I'll make a video about that, because that is traumatizing as well, because children are not supposed to know about grown folks business. Children are supposed to stay in children's place, and adults or have their adult business, right? So anyway, so yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And then the last thing, I kind of already said it, is stop playing yourself. Excuse me, stop blaming yourself for things that aren't your fault. So that's another way you can overcome, the way in which you interact with a narcissist if you're an empath. Because again, it's not your fault. You are not responsible for anybody else's feelings, their behavior, and the way that they treat you. You're responsible for yourself at the end of the day. So anyway, I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. I would love to know what was your guys' biggest takeaway, and if this is something that you deal with as an empath. Is this something that you're currently experiencing, or have you guys overcame this? And is this something that you're like, okay, I'm happy I learned from this, now what else I need to learn? So yeah. And then I also wanted to ask you guys, if you could let me know in the comments, and maybe I'm probably going to go live on one of these days, but I wanted to know, would you guys be interested in learning about self-mastery going into the new year? Because I do understand me myself learning about my actual self, and how being able to master your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and how that does actually help to you live the fullest potential, and to be productive and constructive in your life, and to be able to get the things that you desire, after dealing with abuse. Because I do feel like, when we deal with abuse, we feel like, we don't deserve good things, or that, we're not worthy of it, or, like we're destined to always be in toxic relationships. And one of the things about self-mastery is that it teaches the opposite of that. And it's like, you're working on yourself, you're mastering, all of the things of the past, the trauma, the abuse, and the mistreatments that you went through. And then you kind of you focused on overcoming that. You get me? And I would love to know if that's something that you guys would like to learn more about. Self-mastery is living in your truth, living and doing the things that make you happy, and just having finding your own truth in the world, and learning about yourself. Because the thing is, once you master yourself, then you can not only master other things in your life, like you can master a work and career, you can master love, you can master other personal things in your life, but it has to come from within. It has to start with you, right? So if you guys want to learn more about that, definitely leave a comment below, say you want to learn more, or you can send me an email at livenarcfree9@gmail.com, and I would really love to know what you guys think on that. All right, so I don't want to make this video too long, but anyway, I would love for you guys to let me know what you thought on this video, and if there are any other topics you want to learn about, please leave them in the comment box below. And until the next time, I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.